Hey traders, welcome to the pittrades.com daily report. It's Thursday after the market close. I hope everybody had a good day in this wild west of trading, and that's really what it is right now. Intervention rules the day. If you guys have been living under a rock, you don't know that, well, in my opinion, Europe is blowing up, imploding over there economically. Greece is not sure what Greece is doing over there, but they're mucking the waters up pretty heavily, and that's making the markets move wildly, unpredictably, and just being very difficult to trade. And it can be very frustrating too. And let's talk about that for a second. Let's look at these swings. We closed back up here last night, as we talked about, and we said these levels were very important up around this 36, 39 area. We sold off quite hard. Why? Because of news. It was a rumor, actually. We sold off, and of course they rallied us hard once they found some support all the way back through that up into our zone that we talked about, that 52.54. If you were able to short that zone, congratulations, because you got a hard sell-off in the morning. We're able to make a lot of money. I was not on that move. I wish I was, but I was not. You can't get them all. Now here's the key, guys. Previous resistance becomes support. Okay, now it did break through here, but you notice it didn't close here. We end up closing that candle on a 30-minute basis on a 1239, 1230. Let me see, where we end up closing that candle. We closed at 1238 and a quarter. All right, well, that's a pretty bullish sign right there. And of course, if this is in your trade plan, you were to get long, you had a beautiful trade up into the 52s. That's what trading's all about. Here you have a 30, 39 and up to the 52s. That's a big trade, guys. Now we've broken through this 52, 54 area, and now we're holding up here. Will we continue up into the pivot? I don't know. Matt was talking about if we closed above the 61s, I believe it was, he said, or was it the 60s? He said the 61s. If we close above that, the bulls could start to come back in on this thing. I agree. All right, if the number tomorrow, by the way, we do have a number out in the morning, and it is the granddaddy of them all, which is non-farm payrolls, okay? That's code for unemployment. Consensus is 90,000, and the range is 64,000 to 152,000. Well, that's a huge range, so any economist and their kid brother with their eyes closed and a dartboard can make that number. If the number is viewed as positive in the market, there's no reason why this market can't rally up into the 88, 89 area. All right, and there's a caveat to that. I'll tell you in just a second. If we get a weak number and the market perceives it as weak and this thing sells off, obviously the 38 down to 35 is the first line of defense. If we break that, we have a great chance of running down to the 16s. Now it's not going to go straight down, okay, or straight up, but it'll get down there. Now if we continue to sell off and we get down to that 15, I think we'll sell through it, because we've been down there a couple times, and we just that level becomes weaker and weaker the more times we hit it and stuff. So there's a few levels there. Now what's the caveat here? If we rally pretty hard up here, and we're up here in the afternoon at the 86s, 87s, and you're long, be careful, cover. You may want to cover or pull your stops up tight, because down from 13s up to the 80s in really 2 days, guys, people are going to want to cover before they go home. At least that's what I believe they would want to do. If you want to hold into this into the weekend, be very careful. Remember, Greece doesn't know what they're doing overseas. And it's crazy. Okay, nobody knows what's going to happen yet, so I think a lot of people are not going to be willing to hold anything into the weekend, so we may see a little bit of selling in the afternoon. Now with that being said, I will not be here in the afternoon, because my trade plan says that I need to find out where my money is at 11:30 in the morning, and I usually hang it up at that time for the week. So with that, guys, trade well tomorrow. Be careful around the number. If you do not trade numbers and you're curious about it, my suggestion is just stay curious, keep your dome closed, keep your charts closed till around 8 o'clock in the morning, then open them up and then take a look. Other than that, guys, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you then on Sunday. Take care.